Hello, and thank you for joining me in this new video. Today, I have the Galaxy S25 FE with me, and I will share what I like the most and the least about it after thoroughly testing it. If you're thinking about purchasing it, you'll find this information helpful. So as always, I must advise you not to buy the Galaxy S25 FE before watching this video in its entirety. Think about its initial launch price, which was 15,499 pesos. At the moment of recording this video, I know and believe that the price has dropped significantly. Therefore, similar to many Samsung devices, a smart approach is to consider purchasing it several months post-release since the price often decreases substantially. With a significantly reduced price, I find it easier to overlook some of the aspects I didn't particularly like. However, as is our custom, let us thoroughly evaluate the product based on its launch price. To begin, I'll share what I found most appealing. We are going to discover frames crafted from a higher quality aluminum compared to the previous generation, and yet it is lighter. In fact, the bezels are notably thinner than those of the last generation. Additionally, the personal design truly appeals to me in terms of its aesthetics. Additionally, we will discover various features that set the Galaxy apart, including the independent application sound. It will additionally provide you with the capability to have one thing playing on your cell phone while something else is playing on a Bluetooth speaker. It is also going to offer us excellent quality selfies even in low light conditions at night. Therefore, it is a truly competitive front camera, providing versatility in video recording that sets the Galaxy apart. For instance, it allows us to rotate the front camera without needing to stop our recording, making the experience significantly more seamless and fluid. It will also be capable of providing us with a recording quality of up to 8K at 30 frames per second. While it's not something you'd use every day, if you ever want to experiment to enhance your framing in post-production, you could definitely give it a try. It even has the ability to record in 4K at 120 frames per second, allowing you to capture scenes with excellent resolution in slow motion, adding a cinematic touch. For video recording, it's among the best. The front camera records well in daylight and backlit. For content creators with a limited budget for a flagship, this is a top choice. It has a 3-camera system, offering great versatility, and the front camera records with excellent quality. Additionally, it comes with Android 16 and has a guarantee of 7 years of Android updates, ensuring a remarkably long lifespan. This is precisely why I suggest you purchase it, even if several months have passed since its release. This device is designed not to become obsolete. Furthermore, it is compatible with Good Lock, a Samsung application that enables you to add an extensive range of options. It would take me 2.5 hours to tell you everything you can do with Good Lock, so I have a video specifically about that. And as I say, it has many software elements that usually distinguish the Galaxy, such as the Navar, the edge panels, the excellent management of applications in floating window that allows us to open up to 5 at the same time, the modes, routines, all switches. With the call assistant, text assistant, and numerous other functions that I explain in another video, Samsung really excels in the software department. They offer a plethora of options, so if you're someone who enjoys tweaking a lot of settings, you'll definitely appreciate the experience. However, even if you're more of a minimalist user who prefers not to delve deeply into numerous features, the software remains quite practical and user-friendly. Within the software, we will also discover, for instance, the secure Wi-Fi feature, a unique offering not found in other cell phones. This feature enables you to have a private VPN to connect securely to public Wi-Fi networks. As a Galaxy user, you receive a specific amount of free data, which I believe is a great benefit. Naturally, if you desire significantly more private browsing data, they will charge you a subscription fee. However, I appreciate that they provide at least a free portion for emergency situations. It also has Samsung Kids, a very good suite that at the time of lending the cell phone to the child, you will have much more security by restricting several things on the cell phone. So, they arrive very complete, and their ecosystem obviously has strong support. This is because it includes a Galaxy Watch that functions excellently, along with the Galaxy Buds, Galaxy Tab, a shared clipboard, and more. Although I've mentioned it many times before, I would really like Samsung to start selling the Galaxy Book in Mexico, as I believe it's an outstanding issue to fully complete the ecosystem. However, despite that, I do think it offers a really good experience overall. Let me tell you what I dislike. The basic version has 128 gigabytes of storage. Avoid it. The 256 GB version costs more, and at launch I wouldn't recommend buying it. But now, months later, it might be cheaper and more competitive. I'd recommend this version because the 128 gigabytes fills up fast and only has a SIM card tray. If you want 2 SIMs for work, sadly, it's not available here. The ultra-wide camera does not have a spectacular quality in photography, you will notice that. A chromatic aberration, especially in backlit and night scenes. Auto mode is simple, but use night mode to enhance pictures significantly. Not exactly a highlight. Night photography seems to struggle, though it appears Samsung is preparing to launch a new image engine. Hopefully they will provide it as an update, since I believe the hardware is quite powerful enough to enhance night photography. However, the software that processes these images isn't very good yet. Unfortunately, the night recording quality isn't great either. Its level is also low. While I mentioned it as an interesting option for content creators, you should know it could be very appealing for them. You will need to record during daylight hours or in a brightly lit environment, because if the lighting is too dim, the device might struggle. Moreover, even though it has the fingerprint reader integrated into the screen, it's an optical reader and it permits only 3 registrations, so it is not quite as fast or versatile. Keep in mind that other cell phones allow 5 registrations, providing more fingerprint options. Footprints recorded. The 4,900 mAh battery seems insufficient. It appears the processor uses a lot of power and the screen isn't efficient. In my tests, it was quite short on battery life. Even devices with smaller batteries lasted longer. Then the truth is, it won't have an amazing battery and you'll need to buy the charger separately. So the battery and charging experience, in my opinion, falls short. Hopefully the next generation will improve, as it's one of the weakest aspects of this device. It also features 8 GB of RAM, which might not seem inadequate, but the reality is that with an operating system packed with options, the RAM utilization isn't always well optimized. This can lead to app restarts when multiple applications are open, uncomfortable white screens, and it's a definite drawback for gaming, as some games might even display completely black screens. So this is not a device that's been designed specifically for gamers. Think of it more as a tool for taking pictures, recording videos, and using social networks. However, when it comes to video games, it is definitely not the best choice. But if you have already bought it, please let me know your experience in the comments below. I am curious to know how it went for you, if you happened to drop it, if it fell into the water, what your thoughts on the cameras were, and more. Surely other people who are considering purchasing this device will also be interested in reading your opinion. And I want to remind you that I have a complete video review available if you're interested in learning more details about this device. For now, we've come to the end of this video. If you enjoyed it, please feel free to show your appreciation, and we'll see each other next time.